Hey, how's it going? It's Aerynne here for Open Barbers, and what I'm planning on doing today is I'm going to give you a quick overview of how to trim your layers when they start to go a bit manky, like mine have done. We can start to get a bit ratty at the ends. So what I'm going to be looking at is giving you a bit of a kind of overview of how to do a bit of a trim of some layers. So I have my comb, I have a couple of clips, I have my scissors, and I have a brush. Just so you can get a better idea of it, what it's going to look like, what it looks like before we cut it, because I'm wet now, I've just got a shower. Don't worry about the kind of redness of my eyes. It's I didn't get shampoo in them, I've just got massive hay fever, which is fun. But luckily antihistamines exist, so that's super good. So if it looks a bit weird as well, I'm kind of using my phone as the mirror, and hopefully you'll be able to see what's going on behind me, and so will I. So I might kind of turn around and do that occasionally, but I'll still try and keep things so you can actually see what's going on. So I'm just going to hand you over to past me before I went out a bit earlier on and before I had a shower to show you what it looks like previously. Hey, it's the AI here for the OBs. I'm not cool enough to pull that off. Okay, so this is past me. Just giving you a bit of a before picture of what my hair looks like, which is why I'm standing in a bathroom. I'm going to go back to a different bathroom, which future me has already been in. From your point of view, temporal mechanics, completely failed that one. Anyway, so this is what my hair looks like at the moment. So it's pretty long at the back, actually. Look at all that. So this is where the layers are kind of doing their thing. So this is what I want to kind of take out a bit, because I'm about to go for a bike ride, which means I'm spending a lot of time, do spend a lot of time wearing a bike helmet, because safety first, kids. And so what I want to be doing, this is really disorientating because the camera lens is over there, but I'm there. What I'm going to be doing is, getting in the shower, because it's hot. It is 22.7 degrees according to that thermometer over there. So it must be true. Yes, I do always wear this much makeup when I'm going out on a bike ride, because yeah. And I'm going to tie my hair in bunches, put my helmet on, come back, get in the shower and do the video that future me has just told you about. So handing back to future me in 3, 2, 1. Okay, thanks past me. Glad you didn't fall off. I was a little bit worried about that. I nearly got hit by a van, actually. This is somebody overtaking something and really not paying attention to what they were doing, but that's riding a bike. So what I'm doing here is just brushing my hair through, and I'm actually going to use the mirror the other way just so I can see what I'm doing, because first thing I want to do is take a good centre parting. The top has almost already dried, and the fringy bit, to use a technical term, and I'm just going to take a parting through the back there, like I was going to put it in bunches. Okay, let's try taking out the back bit there, and just going to clip that up, see how that goes, and the same, because I don't want to take all the length off. That doesn't feel right. Let's see if that looks right. Oh, that's not too bad. Cool. So, getting those bits out of the way, I'm going to trim just a little bit off the length. But I'm going to do that very carefully. It's one of the things about cutting hair yourself, apart from seeing what you're doing, it's kind of pretty much impossible not to get it a bit mullety, just because you're pulling from the middle, and when we cut hair on another person, we're kind of pulling it out like that so we can get a straight line. It doesn't work quite so well with this, so I need to just get all that clipped up out of the way. And I'm going to pull this round and cut a little bit off the end. So holding it quite tight and twisting it, and you can see there's some layer, which you can't see because my hand's in the way. You can see there's some layer coming through there, and I want to keep it basically the same shape as much as I can. So I'm going to cut that bit, and I'm just going to chip into it like that. Then I'm going to chuck that around the other way, and I've got kind of the same effect. So doing the same thing like I did with the fringe, cutting V shapes into it instead of cutting lots of length off. So now I've got that done, I'm going to let down some of this stuff I've clipped up. I will need a centre parting again, but this time kind of more from the top. What I'm also going to do with my clips is clip each side out separately. So let's see if we can see that better this way around. One of the things that is going to be interesting in our new post-viral quarantine-tastic world is the kind of finishing services like blow dries and stuff like that that hairdressers are going to be able to do is going to be limited. So that's going to have to kind of change, I think, the way that we do things. Certainly the open barbers, current understanding is that we won't be able to use much product on your hair, for instance, unless you bring stuff yourself. So what we really want is hair that's going to be able to be just left effectively and look okay. And also there's a lot of discussion on sort of, I think it's mostly, to be honest, a famous salon brand that's very famous for doing bobs, talking about everybody should have a bob. Okay, well, no, yeah, but no. And the other thing with the layers going on here is if you do want to keep it long at the back and shorter around the front, then we've got a haircut for that. And it's becoming quite fashionable again. Now that might put some of the OB squad off. I just said OB squad, really, but that might put some of the open barbers clientele off. But on the other hand, look at it this way. You're the fashion leaders. Everybody wants to be like you. So what I'm going to do is I've got a triangle layer going on here. And yes, if you're wondering, I am talking about mullets. And a mullet really is just extreme layers, and we can make it a bit softer. We can make it a bit more, I don't want to say wearable, but a bit less extreme. And a bit more flattering if you're after kind of a more sort of femme look as well. So here are my layers, here are my scissors. Again, I'm not going to just go like that. I am going to chop into it horizontally this case, so that I still get my kind of serrated edges going down like that. So what I need to then do is get some more, and I'm going to get that part just a bit more down behind my ear and bring it forward, checking about how much I've got left at the back, because I don't want to go full mullet, but I do want my layering to be quite layery. So using gravity to twist my hair and twist my head. I've got my head quite tilted on one side there because I'm trying to get that, and it's kind of also trying to keep it in the camera. So I'm gonna just follow that line down a bit there. And that's going to be quite choppy. And then taking right down to the very back and all of that, bringing it in. So I've got quite a long bit of hair here. I'm not going to chop that bit off. If I pull that really hard, I can tell where it's coming from. So I'm just going to blend that in Just chopping into it very carefully, but sort of also slightly, roughly, and very much pointing my scissors up into the hair. What I basically wanted to do is blend in with my fringe a bit more. And when I do tie my hair up, not all just fall in my face, but also behind my ear. So I reckon I can take some more of that off actually. Let's have another look. So just taking that parting by my ear again. Hopefully that looks alright this way around, if you can see it from the back of the camera. And I want that layer to be a bit more layery. So let's find my fringe. I'm not going to take it right up to fringe level, but I am going to blend it. So my fringe is there, and I'm going to literally pull all that hair forward, and I'm chipping into it, and I'm blending it down. This is making my eyes go a bit wobbly because I'm trying to look at it while I'm actually looking directly at it. Ah, that's what I'm talking about. There we go. So now I know how I want it to be on that side. I'm going to clip that side up and out of the way, and then we're going to follow through and do the same thing on this side and bring it all forward. So I'm also cutting quite a lot of hair in one go here. But now I know where my guideline is because I did it on the other side. I can basically carry on doing the thing how I want it. So again, I'm going to blend it in with that front part. This could go horribly wrong because we're going kind of in the opposite direction. Chopping it in. And coming in at an angle. And then bring the rest of it forward. Making a bit of use of gravity again. So that I've got my head kind of on one side, and what I want to do is cut in and blend that bit down. Let's see how it works with both sides down. I fully expect one side to be differently layered than the other. I just brush that all forward, we can start to see what sort of shape it's getting. So I definitely want to get more layering around this front area. So I'm going to take out, you see that line there? Take that out, clip it back. And the fun part is going to be getting that same line on the other side. I think that's fairly symmetrical. What I'm going to do is grab all that. That doesn't look too unsymmetrical. I am massively tempted just to cut the ends right off that bit, but I'm going to do it carefully because I'm sure everybody at some point has got overexcited doing something with hair. I really wish that they hadn't. So, checking where my layer starts, making sure I've got all the hair from that bit. You can see why we also generally get other people to cut their hair as well, because this is not a natural angle for my fingers to be going out, trust me. Let's do the same thing with the bit from the other side. Just trying to make it so you can see that part. Okay, how are we doing. Do you know what? I think that's basically okay. So I'm going to unclip all my clips. Okay, so what I'm going to do is give that a bit of a blast dry, tidy up this mess I've just made, and then I'll see you in the other bathroom for what it looks like at the end. Okay, catch you later. So, same bathroom, different camera angle. So yeah, so basically all I've done, blasted it with a dryer, wanted it quite messy, as you can see, because it is quite messy. Put a little bit of sort of cream, gel, waxy type stuff in it, just to bring out the wave in the layers, which I quite like. And yeah, so not the tidiest, but that's not what I'm aiming for. And if I do want to get it a bit more classically mullety, if I'm feeling brave, then I could just use that same technique. Basically, it's about putting it forward. So put it forward, don't worry about it getting straight lines too much, because if you use that cutting inward technique, then you won't get really obviously blunt, messed up bits. So yeah, hope that's been useful, and we'll see you all soon. Bye.